The thought of a prison break captures the imagination like nothing else. The audacity, the planning, and the desperate bid for freedom. Today, we're diving into the biggest and most audacious prison escapes in U.S. history, stories that have become the stuff of legend and intense investigation. These aren't just tales of freedom. They highlight the constant battle between security systems and human ingenuity. The stakes are always life or death. We'll explore the detailed plans, the manhunts, and the ultimate outcomes of some of the most famous prison breaks ever attempted on American soil. First up is the 1962 escape from Alcatraz, perhaps the most famous prison break of all time. Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers vanished from the rock. Alcatraz was deemed inescapable due to its freezing waters and strong currents. This escape truly defied belief and the prison's reputation. The inmates used materials like carved plaster heads and raincoats to build crude life rafts and distract guards, tunneling out through the utility corridor behind their cells. Did they survive the treacherous bay waters? To this day, the FBI officially maintains they drowned, but circumstantial evidence continues to fuel speculation that they made it. Next, we move to 2015 with the high-profile escape from Clinton Correctional Facility in Dannemora, New York, by Richard Matt and David Sweat. Their escape involved an elaborate tunneling operation, cutting through steel pipes and thick walls, a process that took weeks to complete right under the noses of the guards. Crucially, they were aided by a prison tailor shop employee, Joyce Mitchell, who provided them with tools and eventually helped them with key parts of their plan. Their escape sparked a massive 3-week manhunt across upstate New York. Matt was eventually shot and killed, and Sweat was captured just 2 days later. In 2000, we saw the incredible breakout of the Texas 7 from the John B. Connolly unit near Kennedy, Texas. This was a highly coordinated, violent escape where the inmates overpowered maintenance staff and guards in a workshop, stealing clothes and a truck, and leaving 7 people tied up. The group then embarked on a multi-state crime spree, including robberies that tragically led to the murder of a police officer on Christmas Eve. The massive reward and their feature on America's Most Wanted led to their eventual capture in Colorado, bringing an end to their terrifying run. These escapes show the lengths individuals will go to for freedom, often leading to national headlines and major security changes. The enduring fascination with prison breaks lies in the spectacle of human determination against overwhelming odds, a battle of wits against institutional power. Ultimately, these stories serve as constant reminders of the need for evolving security measures, as human ingenuity and the desire for freedom will always push back. Every year, hundreds of thousands of people go missing in the United States, leaving behind families and communities searching for answers. What is the truth behind these cases? We are diving deep into the complexities and statistics of missing persons cases, exploring the realities often hidden from public view. The sheer volume of missing persons reports across the U.S. is staggering, constantly challenging law enforcement and advocacy groups. It's important to understand the formal definition of a missing person, which often varies by jurisdiction and circumstance. When we analyze the data, specific demographic groups are disproportionately represented in missing persons reports. We'll break down the statistics, looking at how age, gender, and race impact the frequency and media coverage of these cases. Sadly, not all cases receive the same level of attention, often leaving behind families fighting for recognition and resources. Contrary to popular belief, the vast majority of missing persons cases do not involve criminal activity. A significant portion of missing persons cases involves runaways or adults who voluntarily choose to disappear. Many disappearances are the result of unforeseen accidents, natural disasters, or sudden medical emergencies. While terrifying, cases involving abductions or foul play make up a very small percentage of total missing persons report. The response of law enforcement is critical in the early hours and days of a missing person investigation. The process begins with the initial report, quickly followed by crucial investigative steps to gather information and leads. Federal agencies, particularly the FBI, step in when cases cross state lines or meet specific criteria, bringing specialized resources to the investigation. Modern technology is dramatically changing how missing persons cases are investigated and solved. Advancements in DNA technology and forensic science are key to identifying remains and bringing resolution to cold cases. Social media activity, cell phone data, and digital footprints are now vital tools in tracing a missing person's last known movements. The truth about missing persons cases is complex, ranging from voluntary absences to tragic accidents and rare criminal acts. The uncertainty and grief experienced by families with a missing loved one is immense, profoundly impacting their lives and communities. If you or someone you know is affected by a missing person case, know that resources and support are available. Search online for national missing persons databases and support. Imagine a cyber attack so massive, so insidious, that it infiltrated the very core of U.S. government and corporate systems. This is the story of the SolarWinds attack. In this video, we delve into the details of the SolarWinds breach, an event widely regarded as the largest and most sophisticated cyber attack in United States history. The sheer scale of the SolarWinds attack is what sets it apart. It wasn't just a breach. It was a sprawling espionage campaign with a reach that was truly unprecedented. It's considered the largest because of the high-value targets compromised, including multiple government agencies and leading private sector companies, all through a single point of failure. To understand the impact, we need to know how the attack unfolded. It was a masterpiece of stealth and patience, exploiting a trusted piece of software. The core of the attack involved compromising SolarWinds' Orion IT monitoring platform. This software is used by thousands of organizations to manage their networks. The hackers used a sophisticated supply chain attack. They inserted malicious code into a legitimate software update for Orion, distributing malware across the globe without detection. The scope of the compromise was staggering. Because Orion is so widely used, the malicious update reached up to 18,000 customers. Among the victims were highly sensitive targets, including the Department of Homeland Security, the Treasury Department, and the Department of Energy. It wasn't just the government. Many Fortune 500 companies and cybersecurity firms, including FireEye, were also compromised, exposing vast amounts of proprietary data. The attackers, believed to be Russian intelligence, gained persistent access to networks, allowing them to spy on internal emails, documents, and potentially steal high-value intelligence for months. The breach remained undetected for months, highlighting the sophistication of the operation. The discovery itself was a major event. The first public alert came not from a government agency, but from the cybersecurity firm FireEye, who realized they had been compromised and bravely disclosed the attack. The government and industry reaction was immediate and intense. Agencies scrambled to assess the damage, and the private sector rushed to patch vulnerable systems. The SolarWinds attack served as a critical wake-up call, forcing a reassessment of cybersecurity practices across the board. The most significant lesson was the vulnerability of the digital supply chain, prompting a huge push for more rigorous software verification and security protocols. This event fundamentally reshaped U.S. cybersecurity strategy, leading to executive orders focused on improving federal network defenses and information sharing. The SolarWinds attack remains a defining moment in U.S. cybersecurity history, illustrating the power of state-sponsored cyber espionage. The threat landscape continues to evolve. Sophisticated state actors and organized cybercriminals are constantly looking for the next major vulnerability. This massive breach underscores the need for constant vigilance. Implement multi-factor authentication, keep software updated, and prioritize strong security practices to protect your data and systems.